Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamza Anwar. So today we are going to do the part 2 of those two boys. In this part we are going to do its comprehension, and we are also going to do one activity. This lesson is from Unit 4 and from the book English Language for Grade 8, Balochistan Textbook Board, Quetta. Reading and thinking skills. Question number 1. What is the main idea of the poem? Question number 2. What kind of boy was Bill? Question number 3. What did he do in play and in school? Question number 4. What kind of boy was Jim? Question number 5. Who carried a good name and why? The first question. What is the main idea of the poem? The main idea of the poem is that if you are a bad person, bad things will happen to you. You will have many worries and no one will be kind to you, and if you are a good person and be kind to others, you will live a happy life without any worries. The second question. What kind of boy was Bill? Bill was a disobedient boy. He would worry his parents a lot. He would always lie and he would hurt others. He was a very naughty boy. What kind of boy was Jim? When Jim was a child, he was not mischievous. He was known as a good boy. He was an honest and bright child and would be his teacher's delight. He wouldn't worry his parents. Who carried a good name and why? Jim carried a good name because he was a kind boy. All the neighbors were sure that his virtue endured, that his life would be free of a spot and would grow up to be a good man. What did he do in play and in school? In play and in school, he would break each rule. He was always in mischief. Activity. Paraphrase the stanzas of the poem and tell the thought to group of each stanza. When Bill was a lad, he was terribly bad. He worried his parents a lot. He'd lie and he'd swear and pull little girls' hair. His boyhood was naught but a blot. Now I have paraphrased this stanza. When Bill was young, he was terribly dangerous. His oldsters were an excessive amount of disturbed concerning him. He invariably would tell a lie and would swear. He would pull the girl's hair for nothing. His childhood isn't something, however, a spot. At play and in school he would fracture each rule, in mischief from autumn to spring, and the villagers knew when to manhood he grew, he would never amount to a thing. During playtime and faculty time, he desecrated each rule and regulation. He was mischief from time of year to spring. The villagers believed that nothing would become of him once he would grow to manhood. When Jim was a child, he was not very wild. He was known as a good little boy. He was honest and bright and the teacher's delight. To his mother and father a joy. When Jim was a child, he wasn't terribly naughty. He was called a decent boy. He was honest and sensible. His academics, father and mother were equally happy concerning him. All the neighbors were sure that his virtues endured, that his life would be free of a spot. They were certain that Jim had a great head on him, and that Jim would amount to a lot. The entire neighbors were positive that he would build progress in life. His life would be freed from all types of blames. They knew that Jim would become a good person and he would become a successful person in his future. And Jim grew to manhood and honor and fame and bears a good name, while Bill is shut up in a dark cell. You can never tell. Jim becomes a far famed and respectable person in his manhood life. He conjointly attained a decent name, whereas Jim was in tiny area of a dark jail. You'll never be able to tell the story. So today I will give you two questions for your homework. You can leave the answer in the comments below. Do you like the poem? Give your answer with justification. And the second question is, find out more examples like Bill and Jim from our surroundings and share them with your class fellows. So that's it for today's lesson. Subscribe our channel Computer Education Pakistan. Like this video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you can get our latest notifications. Allah Hafiz.